We're here. It's morning. We made it through the night. 7:39 a.m. Friday, April 28, 2017. I snipped this image because my social worker from 80s, 90s, well, up to 95 actually, has been getting on my last good nerve and not even being present. It's like a vampire stalking thing, which I posted something on G Plus the other day about. But imagine this scenario. Your house is clean, you're attending meetings, because when you were a kid, before you got married, you were an alkie and maybe a pothead. You even have meetings in your home. You're attending church. You're hanging out with your parents best you can, best they can. And here comes this fat-headed, fat social worker with strawberry blonde hair that's in a permanent, with a blue chambray, is that how you say it, chambray shirt, tucked in with a belt, and you got just way too much weight on to be trying to wear tight jeans and then belt it in, saying, to your efforts. Her efforts of fixing up a house on little of nothing in the way of money, because you're not going to ask your parents. You're proving to them and to yourself that you can do it all on your own like a big girl. Not asking anybody for anything. You know, taking it in strides, taking it how it comes. And you get written up for your house being dirty when it isn't. And I've seen this happen on YouTube in other videos. Other people had been put through the same exact tactic. And it is a tactic. Well, after 95, I didn't see anything else of social workers, which was good, but I was cruising the web one day, and a name caught my eye, and I had to look. It was my former social worker's name. Well, our former social worker's name. So, of course, I click, and I find out that her son was busted for selling cocaine. And of course it all hit me like a 2-ton brick. There she was telling me how crappy and screwed up my life was. I don't have the outcome of a son like that. My son, last I heard, and I just put down a chat window from him a few minutes ago at the start of the video. Of course, all things do change. He was a Missouri militia captain and a weapons safety instructor. Not the social worker's type of son, the cocaine dealer, the my kind of son, with a clean house that she said was dirty. Just like her probably, if it came up in conversation, how's your son? Oh, he's perfectly fine and awesome. When in actuality, he was stealing cocaine. Dirty. not upstanding, not outstanding, not upright, I mean. I guess because she could not face the truth of it. But that's not what social workers are supposed to be about. You see what I've got highlighted on the screen right now? There's supposed to be of some kind of use in that department. Helping clients, okay, with whatever degree she might actually have or had or whatever, supposedly specializes in helping clients with drug-related problems. Well, okay, I guess her defense then could be, well, my son wasn't my client. Because you know how dismissive they are. Not my client. So how could I help him? How about trying to be a mom right then, Denise? How about trying to be a friend to your child who's no longer a child, who's a convict? Huh? Can't cut it? And at the very time that accusation of my house was made, I called my mother totally freaked out. Totally. And, of course, Mom came over often to help me work on that house. She did painting. She did wallpaper hanging. She even helped clean. And then, where'd my screen go? Good God. I've lost my window. There it is, I'm sorry. She called her up. Denise, what do you mean my daughter's house is dirty? I'm over there all the time helping her. I don't see anything dirty about it. You want to explain this? Well, and got real highbrow with her, or tried to. My mom was a Southern Baptist Sunday school teacher. Okay? Mom was mellowed out most of the time. Most of the time. Denise, though, pushed some buttons on my mom like you don't even want to know about. And my mom came off and unloaded both barrels, telling Denise, giving Denise what for. That's what we say here. Give you what for. She said, I'll have you to understand that girl's house is not dirty. Well, see, too, she never got any pictures of it to back it up. She'd written that in the file. I'm still so. This was 20 plus years ago, people. And this is how this unjangled me. No pictures to back it up. And I can show you pictures of... They end up on the news, some of them. They're that bad. Maybe I ought to try to type. I'm horrible at it, but... well, maybe in a different video. Because I don't really want to deal with it right now. But I did open this note I have on social workers. And I've never seen any videos where anybody's congratulatory, toward the social worker. Like, oh, you did such a wonderful job in my home while you were our caseworker. oh, you're just such an awesome person. You know, these people need ridden out on a rail. There was one down here, this one. Ex-CPS Regional Director arrested in connection with whatever it was, social worker malpractice. Denise had stood in the middle of my front room. More or less in the middle, okay? Telling me when I mentioned I had a notion to turn her in. The way she was riding me. She was like, nobody turns me and my family in. They're going to regret it. And boy, did we ever. John told me later he had done an FBI report on her. Because after he got his eyes open to it, they're not the kind of agency or department or whatever that do much of good anywhere. I've yet to find a database with stories of gratefulness by any of the kids they've taken or families that they've helped. Nobody's gonna turn me in. They'll live to regret it. I've got immunity. She told me she had immunity. Now, whether that's qualified immunity or not, I don't know. That would have to be left up to the judge or her panel of, peanut gallery. I've got immunity, by God. I think she just wanted to have her hands on my you-know-what. You know the saying, got you by the short curlies. Well, she didn't have me for very long. Because my mother about came off her rocker at her. No such thing as truthful social workers, if you ask me. It's all a bunch of hooey. It's all a bunch of BS. Where's my apology for all that, too? Why don't I have an email to show you that, or even a letter I've snapshotted? Dear Mrs. Myers, I am so sorry I was acting that way toward you and your family when my own home life was such a shambles, with my husband running around on me and my son selling cocaine and my daughter doing Lord knows what up the phone pole with no panties on to the neighborhood boys. That would be the day to get a letter of apology from that witch. I'm telling you. Oh, and in a previous video, I forget which one now, I said I was a craphead, pothead kid. And I wanted to clarify that was C-R-A-P, not C-R-A-C-K. Because I didn't ever go for anything like that. As some of you probably recognize. But I got that little bit off my mind. I'll try to not be so raggedy in the next one. Thanks for watching.